Can you share us your personal?
Hello everyone. So for my personal wins, I'd say this week I've gotten to do a lot of work solving a bunch of issues we had with the team. So this week I would say my personal wins would be solving a bunch of issues we had with the team, the project. Um, I've been working with uh, Joseph, and I would say those were the hurdles we had. So my weekly wins are mostly getting over those hurdles. Yeah, thank you. Let me nominate Josu.
For me this week, I think I have none actually because I didn't do something special, but just a normal routine. So I have to nominate. Oh. I was saying that for me this week, I didn't do anything special other than what I've been doing since last week's. So I have nothing to say about my personal wins. Then I will nominate maybe Roger. Personal wins.
So what am I going to talk about? My personal win. Yeah, my personal win was just to meet you guys. I'm very excited to be here working with great minds and talents like you. I'm very excited. Isn't that a win? That's my only win. Yeah, nominate another one. What about you? You've already shared. Scanner. Sorry, I have to.
But
Hi. My personal win for the week. Uh, um, eh, I don't really have a personal win per se. Yeah, I know I was supposed to expect this, but I don't know. For some reason, I felt like I won't be presenting today. Uh, Maybe my team won the finals of the Copa, Super Copa Barcelona. So that's a personal win. It's a Barca. Win for Barca, win for. Uh, I nominate. I feel like you've won already. Nah, I'm not putting it today. Do it for finance.
Hi everyone, my name is so my wins this week. I don't remember really. I was struggling. I had some pain on my ear, on my left ear, and currently I'm feeling good. That's my win. I'm grateful for that. Maybe the other one. I think that's it. Okay, let me nominate from remote attendance. I would like to nominate Heyman Argesa.
Can you share us your personal wins? Heyman.
Hi guys, I hope I'm audible. So
Yes.
there hasn't been a lot in my previous few days, but one thing I could mention as my win is I was consistently reading a book. Like I started this book called Man's Search for Meaning, and I was able to read it daily, which was my goal for the previous some previous weeks, but I wasn't able to do so. But yeah, so yeah, this is my personal win for this week.
Okay, thank you, Heyman. Can you nominate another person?
Okay. Has the Salim Tamrat presented or?
No, he hasn't. So Desaling, can you share us your personal wins?
Okay, thanks, Heyman. So my personal win for this week would be, I guess, as the Epiphany holiday is approaching, uh, there are some programs to happen spiritually, and I was able to attend two programs there, and so I was able to dedicate some time for spiritual things. I would say that would be my personal win for this week, and let me nominate ቃል ኪዳን ብርሃኑ if he hasn't present.
Okay. Akidan is streaming, so can you nominate another person?
Okay, maybe ምስጋና.
Another person, please.
uh, ቸራ ምህረቱ.
Okay. Shara, can you share us your personal wins? And then Shara? Okay. I think he's not hearing us. Maybe can you nominate one more person and we can proceed to the next one?
Okay. ናትናኤል።
Okay. Nathaniel, can you share us your personal wins?
Um, yeah, I think it would be a similar thing with the selling. So we have Epiphany here in Ethiopia. So I'm looking forward to celebrate that. So that's not like a win, but it would be like a good expectation for next week. So yeah, that's what I have.
Okay, thank you, Nati, and everyone who shared us their personal wins. We can continue to the next part of our weekly wins, which is an update from organizational updates, and it will be presented by Emre.
Thank you very much, Nardos. Yes, team, very productive week where we made a decent progress on different progresses. First off, the impact report content is finalized, including the thank you part, and we have already given it for printing. So by Monday, we expect to have 20 hard copies. And John, our executive public relations officer, is going to start distributing them to key partners starting next Monday. So we worked on this for a very long time. I am happy to say that finally we have the final outcome. We will share the soft copy and we will also bring some hard copies to the office. I want everybody to at the very least take a look. Why? Tim, this impact report summarizes our impact in the last 5 years. Indeed, we say 5 years because of official operational years. Otherwise, A2SV has been in progress since 2019, November. It's been more than 5 years. But due to official incorporation being in 2021, we call it 5 years of impact report. And it tells about the A2SV operations. It tells about the projects. It tells about the events A2SV has organized. It tells about the outcomes of our tech education, high quality tech education. So I highly recommend every A2SVian to take a look, understand, and share with their networks. So I believe we will also hear from Dr. Andre what type of people should hear about our story, how we can contribute to the broadcasting of the impact report. But now I am happy to announce the final version is ready. Next, business cards designs. So team, as you know, now that we have an official presence in Rwanda, we make the work permit applications. We want to bring the other elements that are needed to make connections
to create partnerships with existing players of the tech ecosystem. So a business card is a great way of representing who you are to a person that you meet. Biruk Melese actually made a great job. We have beautiful, beautiful business cards. So we are getting the first ones printed, but Biruk will collaborate with HR to collect the information from everybody. And the business cards are going to be printed next week, next week. That is also coming very soon. And designs, as I said, are completed. So lobby, meeting room outside, branding work, that is going. Like maybe some things are not finished yet, right? We see our blinds waiting to be mounted. But hopefully this weekend they are going to be mounted. And some of the last missing pieces in the lobby area are also coming. Some parts of the lobby rebranding is getting printed in Dubai. Hopefully those things are also going to arrive early next week. So I really hope sometime next week or next week, we are going to have the view that we are looking for in our lobby as well. Rwanda work permit applications, I think, Dave, you are going to share the updates when it's your turn. But they are started, they are going on, and hopefully soon after we are going to have everybody's work permit given. Education squad, new hires. The education squad did a very good job to compile all the results. I think we are just waiting some final confirmations. The last time I had a meeting with Nahom on the remote education end, things were looking great. And Bernie on the in-person education end was going to have last round of conversations with people. So I really hope over the weekend we will be able to make the calls. And by early next week, we are going to welcome the new education squad members for remote education as well as in-person education in Ethiopia. So a launch update. It is going to be a green tick with this update team. In a few days, she's leaving for Davos, World Economic Forum. It's a big event, and she's going to be there. And we really want her to be present in our event. And then they suggested, okay, how about mid-February? Well, team, maybe some of you may have heard, some of you may have not. I need to have a surgery on my left knee, arterial cruciate ligament surgery. And I'm going to have it hopefully on February 5th. So February 5th to February 15 is a bit too short. Like after February 5th, I'm going to require about 3 to 4 weeks to be able to have a long flight because there is a risk of clog right after the surgery. But 1st of March, I will be back. So I suggested ministry around mid-March for the launch date. So what is the downside of this? Well, we were hoping to do this in this month and we have to push it. What is the upper side of this? We definitely have more time to make our products ready for great impressions. Like on one hand, we are doing some progress for the incorporations, right? A2SV finished, Escalate Rwanda is coming, Dime, Adot US incorporation is coming, which is going to enable the Rwanda incorporation. These 2 months will definitely be enough to create the structure we are looking for in terms of entities. That's number one. Number two, okay, some of our projects are in a better state than some others, but is there anybody really want to do the launch on January 24th for their project? Haset, do you say yes or no to more time? Huh? Obviously, right? Julius, do you confirm, brother? How about Dr. Fitzo? Are there things that we can do better? Right? 100% deep translation, improving the performance and the delays of messages. Minor, like the product is beautiful, beautiful, but there are minor improvements we want to make. And maybe on the dime end, this is going to give us enough time to collect some licenses and maybe in the demonstration doing a live transaction, like getting a volunteer from the audience. Say, Mehari, could you please tell me your Momo number? And then entering some credit card information from me and then sending the money to Mehari's Momo account, right? Wouldn't it be nice? It happens in seconds. I see the record on my credit card, money out. He sees Momo in. So we can get there, team. We can get there. We have enough time. But we shouldn't look at it as, oh, there is plenty of time. Look, since the beginning, like we were planning to do this in November. Were we ready in November? Definitely not. We wanted to do this in January. Now we passed mid-January. Are we ready now? So If we really don't play it well, we may not be ready by then as well, team. I'm so glad that we get this additional time. But I also want to remind everybody, we got to keep up the good work. I am happy with the momentum. Our products are getting better and better. Our social media promotion is getting better and better. We understand things better. Like even on the business development end, right? Is Akil in a worse state or better state in comparison to 3 months before? In a better state. How about Escalate? Working on a very timely and beautiful opportunity together now that we didn't have maybe a few months back. So in that regard, the momentum is great. But it is also obvious that we are going to benefit from this additional time to be fully ready for the launch. So again, team, expected around mid-March. We are still checking with the office for the exact date. We want to put it early on the calendar this time. So, but it is going to be around mid-March, roughly speaking, 2 months from now. So every single project, we have time to ace our presentation, our demonstration, our products. So I hope we set our goals for what we are going to have in the launch and what we are not going to have and start pushing with the great momentum we have built until March altogether. Thank you. So this is the launch update. If there are any questions, because this is a big one, it would be my pleasure to answer, team. All right. Next, escalate AI engineer position. So team, we have a very interesting position. We basically need software engineers who are going to deal with some AI output to train them on coding related tasks. So sometimes this can be writing a better code than what AI produces. Sometimes it can be evaluating and giving it, let's say, correctness, easy to readness, like of scores. So there are different types of tasks that evaluators are engaging with. But there is one thing, the raters need to be software engineers. They need to have programming know-how. And the company is doing this at scale. We are going to have onboarding with a small group next week. But the opportunity is going to grow. Indeed, it may be even helpful to some of our A2S meets. So as we go proceed to the further steps, we are going to define things and share. But the good news I can share for now, this is an excellent potential for our organization. So please, hear the news from Mohammed as we progress. So when we take a look at the plans for next week, well, we already initiated the work on this. So we even got ourselves in a chicken egg problem even. So to get the tax identification number, you need a bank account. And when we went to the bank, first they said, oh, you need tax identification number to open a bank account. Then we figured that it is possible without tax identification number. So now we either need our board resolution to be notarized in the US or my work permit process to be finished. Whichever finishes early is going to unblock us. We talked with 2 banks. They asked for different documents. But early next week, we are going to get these things settled. Next, Adot and Dime Incorporation in the US. So based on the recent updates we have, for both of these projects, we have some sound reasons to be incorporated. Because Dime needs some licenses to be able to even have access to some test APIs and obviously to give the process. And Adot for some official partnerships, some of the organizations require our incorporation in Rwanda. And to make those, we start with the first step. We are incorporating these organizations in the US. And next, we will be following up with incorporating them in Rwanda. So since Escalate US is already incorporated, we will proceed with its Rwanda opening next week because we are still waiting for the business license, which the guy said he's going to send it early next week. So broadcasting the impact report. So Tim, this report is very comprehensive. How many pages is it in total, Biruk? Yes. 49? I guess 49, including the covers, 49 pages. So it has a lot. Maybe you are working on a project, you may not know the other projects that much. Maybe you are working in education. Maybe you are working in marketing. So this report gives you very good insights about how other parts of A2SV is working, what we have done in the past, what we can do in the future. And do not only think that this report is only for you. This is for anybody you believe that they should hear about A2SV. Do your parents speak English? Perfect. You can give this report to your parents. Let them know more about what kind of a mission you are going after. Do you have some schoolmates? Do you have some cousins, relatives? Do you have some friends? Do you have some important people on your network on LinkedIn? So I want you to think, how many, for how long we worked on this report, brother? Almost a year, like decent 9 months. Right? I don't know the exact time, frankly speaking, but it took a lot of time. How many iterations? How many months we keep changing the date? Like, but now it is in a very good state. Now is the time to broadcast and share these news. So for smaller version of this, we have the 2-pager. So the 2-pager, maybe Nardos, you can share the latest version in the general group, and I will be sending the latest version of the 5 years of impact report as well. It's a large one. In some sites, they have a limit of 100 megabytes of upload. I will try to also decrease the size a bit, maybe under 100 megabytes, but still keeping things high quality group. That would be helpful. Perfect. So next, Addis Ababa University Education Physical Space Arrangement. Unfortunately, I still didn't get the updates. We really hope to finish it by next week. Education Squad, new hires. So I already mentioned about the updates. We are going to finalize everything over the weekend, and by next week, we will have the squad. University of Rwanda G7 interviews, some already took place. Some are going to continue next week, and we want to finalize them next week. And lastly, I am going to be flying out on Wednesday too. So if you need me for anything, Monday, Tuesday, and over the weekend, I am here. But Wednesday, I am flying to Turkey, a few days in Turkey. 26th, I am flying to London. On 31st, we have our London gala. And on 3rd, I fly back to Turkey. And on 5th, I get the surgery. So in which of those days I am not going to be available? During the travel days, I may not be available a lot. Like for example, on Wednesday, I am landing at 1:15 p.m. And then I have to travel from also airport to somewhere. Therefore, on Wednesday until evening, don't expect much from me. And the surgery date and the next date, like 5th and 6th, most probably I'm not going to be available much. Like the operation is not painful. You are sleeping during the operation, but after you wake up, first couple of days are painful, guys. But by the 3rd day, I believe I will be in the position of having calls. Maybe laptop may not be very comfortable, but after a few days as well, like in a week or so, definitely I'll be able to also work with a laptop. Yes, like this has been pushed and finally it's taking place. On one hand, I'm sad because during this important time, I won't be able to do things together with you in person. But on the other hand, I'm happy because, guys, I love this game and I didn't play since December 2023. And for me to get back to the game, I really need this surgery. So hopefully things are going to be great. Please wish me luck. Thank you very much. Any questions or points? Not
Okay, thank you, Emre, for the updates on the organizational end. Next, we have Rwanda education update, and it will be presented by Amir. Amir.
Thank you, Arthur. So this week our wins are we prepared just problems are added on the progress sheet tracker. We continue our education. So we finished sorting one. We did basic code practice and code review lectures. We also held our OCA first contest. For next week, our plans are application grading for University of Rwanda G7 applicants. We continue lectures on two-pointer and the sliding window. We will also continue with our contest, and we'll have University of Rwanda students G7 interviews will be held. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Amir, for the updates on the Rwanda education. Next, we have fundraising updates, and it will be presented by Dr. Andre.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Fundraising updates. Only a few small changes this week. As you know, the London Gala is on the 31st of January, so that's only 2 weeks away. So it's coming very quickly. But along with those plans, sending out invites. We're making sure that the invitation and um, that the invitation itself, the emails, and everything surrounding that, the venue, all of those things. There's a lot of work to make sure that that night is very special and goes off well. Especially because we're going to have musicians and we'll have dinner and things like that. So a lot of my time is focused on that because it's coming up in 2 weeks and we will have guests there. All right, but moving on to, as I said last week, we're asking board members and alumni who cannot attend to support financially. And then hopefully in the future, we can have more than one of these or have it in a different location, and then they can attend in person. The purpose of a gala like this for organizations who are a little bit more established and have been around for years is to have over 100 people and to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars in one night. Usually a gala is the single largest fundraising event for a nonprofit organization. So we want to eventually get to this point, but we have to start in small steps. And we want to start by at least trying this out. And then hopefully it'll be bigger. And then hopefully the next year it'll be even larger until one day it becomes our largest fundraising event. We can raise hundreds of thousands of dollars. So we will get to that point. So the Dr. Soul grant has been submitted. The LOI has been submitted. So we're waiting to hear back from that. Following that grant will be the Dory grant, and then many other grant opportunities. One thing to note, I spoke with Emery earlier this week, and in the U.S. news, the wife of Jeff Bezos, who's the Amazon inventor, obviously, creator, his wife gave a 45 or $46 million single grant to one nonprofit organization. And that's very, very much unheard of. That does not happen very often. Although she is a philanthropist, she gives hundreds of millions of dollars. But for one organization that is a little bit larger than our organization, she gave $45 million just for 1 year. So our thought was to try to find out how to maybe get on the radar for Mackenzie Scott, which is her name, for the future. I did a little research, found out it's not as easy. Unfortunately, it's not like you can fill out an application or write an email. Basically, they have to find you. And so we have to create pretty much a compelling story and mission and, make sure that everything that we can be found online in the right way. And when that happens, then hopefully, philanthropists like Mackenzie Scott and others will find us and maybe want to fund us. But it's not a traditional application for money, I would say, for funding. You just have to have a great presence and do great work. We have to do great work. So let's keep our fingers crossed for that in the future. Lastly, yes, I'm continuing to reach out to high net worth donors, utilizing LinkedIn Premium. We haven't activated this yet, but hopefully we can do that soon, today or Monday, to make stronger connections. I really think this will make a huge difference this year in reaching out, especially when it comes to cold outreach, which we have to do at this point. We just have to do cold outreach. That's just the fact of the matter. But LinkedIn is a huge for all of you who are on LinkedIn. You know how great of a networking tool and communication tool it can be, even more so than email, especially way more than Facebook or anything like that. So we do have to utilize. So that brings me to my last point, which Emery mentioned earlier, is the 2-page impact report. Now that it's out, I will send another reminder to leaders. I think it's been a while since I did one, but I'll send another reminder to send that out to their teams. And I'm also asking everyone who's on this call, when you see that 2-page impact report, make sure that you share it Um, a few minutes ago, when I talked about people like Mackenzie Scott finding us and knowing about our work, this is the perfect capture. This is the perfect snapshot of the work that we do. It's 2 pages. It's not too much. It's not too little. Someone could look at this 2-page report and get a very good idea about exactly what it is we do, who we help, and what our goals are, and also where we've been, which is very important. So we need your help to create this online presence, and that's going to be by sharing this impact report. So I'll reiterate it again. I'll probably reiterate it again next week, but please share that. I'll send that out to leaders. Make sure when you see that attachment, guys, put that on your LinkedIn, put that on your social media, send it in an email. However you share, that's what we care about the most. So please help us out with that. And that is my last point. So I will pass it on.
Thank you, Dr. Andre, for the updates on fundraising. Next, we have human resource updates, and it will be presented by Dave. David.
Hello everyone. This week we managed to update and sign the contract for everyone, Rwanda contracts. The second one is like I said last week, we update and send the contracts. Hopefully by weekend we're gonna send it and make sure you receive your contract. If not, reach out to me and I'll make sure you're gonna receive your contracts. And last one, the plan was to update original schema since we have new hire and still we are planning to hire more from local talents. We are still on process to update the original schema. The next one is for this week. It was not planned for this week, but we managed to apply work permits and still are in process. And for plan next week, it's going to be the contract will be continued for ground operation as well as for everyone. We're gonna finalize and send employee contracts, California one. And the plan for next week is we're gonna finalize applying for work permits for international staff. Me and Kibis are gonna go to in person to the office and talk to them since it's gonna hurry up to things and it's gonna help us to finalize within short time. We are planning to do that. That's it. If you have any question or anything, welcome. If not, and one more thing, I have to announce for remote people, you don't have to invite or you don't have to send a text one now and then. Make sure your teams are available or attend the weekly wins in person as well. You don't have to invite everyone or to go to one by one to invite you. It's already known. For them, we're going to have weekly wins, so make sure you are attend. Team leads, this is going to be your responsibility. It's not Nardos or me or anyone from social media. It's going to be your responsibility for the team leads. Make sure your team are available and present on time. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dave, for the updates on human resource. Next, we have updates on finance, and it will be presented by Darit. Before that,
Sorry, you have a team member, Roger. Where is he? Yeah, he's gonna be the new button for rated. If you want something or Roger itself.
Hi everyone, my name is Roger Mugabo. Roger. So I've found out that some of you don't speak French. So you're gonna start with my name running French. So that is not Roger, it's Roger. Roger. Yeah. So I'm very excited to be here. As I said, you people are great in what you do. You are very amazing people. You're very helpful and I really like to be here and I look forward to working with you. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome, welcome. We'll continue to finance.
Hi everyone. So I'm going to present finance update for this week and plans for next week. So this week we continued reporting finance daily reports. The next one we achieved is like we were able to transfer finance for ground operations, and the third one is we were able to um, transfer salaries for our employees for Ethiopia and Rwanda. So around I can say 80% or 85% of salaries has been transferred, and um, those people who haven't received their salaries can reach out to me directly or on Slack. Um, the last one is monthly expense report like has been continued, and we're working on that, and hopefully we will finalize it by early next week. So plans for next week, the first one is we will continue sending reports. The next one is we will finalize salary payments. If not today, we'll finalize it early next week, maybe on Monday or Tuesday. The third one is we'll also finalize monthly reports like A2SV Rwanda expenses report. The last one is, oh, this one is redundant. So that's it for finance updates. Thank you. If you have any question, you can reach out. I mean, you can ask me right now. If not, thank you.
Thank you, Dave, for the updates on finance. Next, we have marketing updates, and I will be presenting it. For marketing, for A2SV, we've had one post and two in progress. So we're waiting for the website modification to publish the two-pager impact report, because it's going to be directing them to the donation page of the A2SV website, and we're waiting for it to be finalized and approved. And after that, we'll be posting the impact report. And for adults, we've had quiz on pregnancy journey, and we have actually finalized the baby counter feature promotion. We'll be posting it after this meeting or tomorrow morning. For Dime, we've completed the general promo video and we've posted it as well. For AfroChat, we're going to promote the file attachment features. The design has been completed, but it's going to be posted this meeting after the approval. And for Reddit, we've recorded and we're editing a street interview video. It was supposed to be finalized today, but due to some cases, it has not been finalized. So instead of the street interview, we've posted a poll to keep the engagement, and after that, we'll be posting the street interview next week. For Skillbridge, we've officially welcomed Julius. It's been a while, but still welcome. And for Akil, we've posted 3 job promotions for Akil. First was for AI engineering, both for the kitchen manager and the backend developer. And for Escalate, we've also posted the job opportunity. We've promoted it on Escalate. And we're still in progress with the talent placement posts for Escalate. We'll be posting it next week. For the plans on next week, for A2SV, we'll be having a trending video, which we're supposed to record today. I think we will as well. And if not today or tomorrow, we'll be posting the two-pager impact report next week on Monday, probably. And we'll also have a post on the ALCA education phase, and it will be presented by Dasali.
Okay, hi everyone. I will be presenting the Ethiopian education updates, both the G6 and the G7 education. So let's start from the wins. For the wins, we were able to finalize the G7 seasonal planning, the lectures to be given, and assigned hits, and how the education field would look like. That's finalized. And the other one that's almost done is head of education intern screening. The lecture video grading is over. And also we were able to grade both the lecture video related in the technical stuffs. The only remaining thing was to have one-on-one with the selected candidates. We were able to have most of them. The only remaining things are some, so we will be over with that. The other one is the G7 Telegram group. So the Telegram group is created. The only thing remaining is inviting the students, the G7 students, into the Telegram group. This will also be done this week, either today or tomorrow. And the other one is for the G6 related stuffs. We were able to done with the preparation of the fourth round of internal interview contest, and we are planning to conduct it next week. And the other one is give product track lectures. So we were able to deliver a product track lecture on Monday, and Emre was the one who gave it. It was a nice session. So we were able to conduct that. Yeah, it was an engaging session. The other one is a G6 second year product track. So the students are checking out the resources. They are populating their progress in the product track and the like. And the other one, an ongoing, is second and third round of internal interviews. Almost all of the internal interviews are done. The only thing remaining are some of the students were not responding, and there were scheduled internal interviews. And for the plans, so for the Hero of Education inter-screening, we want to finalize the hires. So the only thing remaining was one on us, and that's almost done. So after that, we want to have the hiring and the contract. And after that, we will be having Hero of Education onboarding next week. And the other plan is finalizing the, I guess it should have been removed. G7 education kickoff would happen next week. That's our plan. And the other one is we want to finish the product track. So for the G6 secondary education, we need to do that. Other one is, as I have told you, we want to conduct the first round of internal interview next week, and we want to be done with the second and third round of internal interview. And that last plan we have is first year education certificate. We want to prepare that and send out to the students after having reviewed from Emre. So these are the launch and the plans we have for the Ethiopian education. If you have any questions on that, you are welcome.
Okay, there are no questions. So thank you, Dasaling, for the updates on Ethiopian education. Next, we have remote education updates, and it will be presented by Naho.
Okay, thank you, Nardos. So let me go over G7, G6 and G7 remote education wins and plans. So when we get started with G6, they're currently working on the project phase starter project. So this week we managed to finalize the grading for the starter project in the wave track. So the session was held on Wednesday. So we had guests from the core dev, specifically from Bada project, and yeah, so it went well. And the backing track grading session is planned for Friday. We're going to be following the same pattern. We'll be inviting guests from Codev, and we'll be getting the starter projects graded essentially. So when we move to G7, G7 update, head of education and head of education intern hiring. Just like the in-person education, we were conducting one-on-ones with all of our applicants. So on our end, all of the one-on-ones have been completed, and we are waiting for the in-person education to finalize the one-on-ones. Once that is completed, hopefully over the weekends, we'll be picking the applicants that will be joining our education squads. So in relation to that, we had to push our kickoff just to make sure that we took enough time for head of education recruitment. So the kickoff that was planned on Wednesday had to be pushed to next week. On another note, idea selection for the final project So squads have already been formed for this to pick the project ideas and prepare the necessary documents. And so far, we have managed to collect around 27 ideas from our students. On top of this, we have already collected project ideas that were pitched from the in-person education, so we'll be using those as well. On another note, we have the weekly contest that was held on Saturday. So those are the wins. And when we come to plans, we will be starting the final project. The project phase next week. We'll be using the ideas that are selected in idea selection process, and then head of education internal screening. So the final applicants will be onboarded and we'll be finalizing contracts for them in next week essentially, and then we'll be having our kickoff and the weekly contest. So those are the plans, the wins for both G6 and G7 remote education. If there are any questions, please feel free.
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Nardos. I think can I start?
Thank you. Yeah, Shanaf, you can start. Sorry.
Okay. I am Ashanafi. I will present related weekly wins and next week plans. For this week, we had indexing restaurant register, and we reached 17 plus restaurants that have a full information, which means uh, TripAdvisor information, Google review informations, and a menu. As another wins, we had a review session with Emery, and it was nice. For the next week, we will try to address that comment. For deploying Rated App on App Store, it's still in progress, and adding a currency functionality on general level from a mobile. We add for three endpoints, and we will trying to add for more endpoints for the next week, and you can see this task is also in progress. From the backend admin part, we are trying to image generation on admin sites, and this task is also in progress. For deploying the Rated website on the production, we update our Rated domain, Rated website. It's completed, and for the implement Apple sign-in functionality, it's finished from backend and it works now. For adding a currency functionality from the backend, it's still in progress. For success, finally, we successfully onboarded a new backend engineers. It's already introduced. For the next week plan, we have a plan to deploy our apps on App Store and finalize adding currency functionality on general level from a mobile. And we will continue injecting restaurants. For the other plan, we have a plan to working on creating a new API for remaining items on the adding currency functionality. And we have a plan to finalize image generation on the admin site. I think that's it. If you have any question, please. If not, thank you, Nors.
Okay. Thank you, Ashanafi, for the updates on Rated. There are no questions, so we can move to the next part, which is adults, and it will be presented by Dr. Fuzum.
Okay. Thank you, Nardos. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm going to proceed with adults weekly wins and plans. So starting from the first one, we had our fourth
review of all this draft application. So thanks to Emre, we are already finalized the draft application, and we are hopeful that we are going to make it on the third stage, and we have already made it the shortlisted for the second phase. So hopefully we are going to proceed to the third one, and yeah, pray for us for a lot. So the next win will be we started making adult promotional videos thanks to social media team. So we are started to make promotional videos one by one. So the third one will be we have contacted Digital Health Department from Ministry of Health Rwanda. So we want to proceed with testing our product. So we have contacted them directly in person. So the next program will be contacting them again to proceed how to structure the pilot phase in different communications. So the fourth win will be we have recontacted Rwanda Women's Network. So this is the local non-governmental organization who shares common missions of empowering women and reproductive health age. So we have recontacted them. Previously, we have contacted them through email and they have shown interest with us. So after January New Year celebration, we have recontacted them. So hopefully we are going to have continuous conversations. So another one, we have released the iOS version for the Mothers app, and we are going to release the next Doctor's app for the next week. So we have announced hospital admin doctor profile section, and we have fixed build errors and deploy landing page. And the last one on progress is implementation of a community engagement feature. So as you see, as you know, on Adot we have the journal section where any user can include their daily journals and different experiences. So currently what we plan is we have planned to implement a community engagement feature where any user can upload their experience, they can forward their journals to the public section where people can like, comment, share their thoughts. So we have already started implementation from the backend side, and we are going to proceed with the design and mobile app section in the next week. So plans will be to complete populating insights for Kenya Rwanda. So as we know, we have Kenya Rwanda and Swahili as uh, additional language, local language. So we are populating the insights and the quiz sections. So probably next week we will complete the populating the insights of Kinyarwanda. So we are going to have 100% translation for every features of the application. So the next one will be to submit the audit phase to grant application. So we have already finished the review. So we are going to submit it by next week. So the next plan is to start making medical educational videos. So we have already started to make promotional videos. So we are going to continue with educational videos, medical educational videos, which will be posted on TikTok and other social media platforms of adults. So we are going to start make those videos with social media team. And we are going to resolve an issue while creating insights edition. So we have encountered some issue and we are going to resolve that. And we are going to continue implementation of a community engagement feature. So it's going to take us a while because we don't have a design and we don't have some implementations, but we started from the backend side. So we are going to continue implementation of the community engagement feature. So our last will be continue with the regular social media posts with educational videos, carousels, and different quizzes. So this will be all for the wins and plans. So if you have any questions, please forward them. Otherwise, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kazum, for the updates on adults. Next, we have AfroChat, and it will be presented by Medan.
Hi everyone. So for this week, we fixed the bugs that were listed on the review session. We also added a speaker feature for the mobile app. For the backend, we removed the document context from the user request. We deployed the web. We also integrated voice-to-voice, speech-to-speech feature for the mobile app, and we refactored the voice-to-voice endpoints. We will deploy the app to the App Store and Play Store. We will also review the new features on the mobile application. So for next week, we're planning to add new features, AI tools like image creation and some other features. We will review the new features. We will publish social media posts we will deploy the web-end app.
Thank you, Madam, for the updates on AfroChat. Next, we have Akil, and it will be presented by Naul.
Okay, hello team. So I'm going to present today's Akil's wins and the plans. So let me start from the wins. And so we've implemented AI-based resume matching score along with a legit summary for each job listing on the web platform. And the other one was we've implemented delete and bulk delete on job posts on the opportunity list for web and backend. And the other one was we've continued re-implementing job opportunities and detail page across admin, user, and organization page based on the new data format that was discussed. The other one was we've improved and re-implemented the job opportunity edit form on the organization side. And the other one, we've implemented functionality that allows admin to edit representative profile on both web and backend. And we've onboarded and welcomed our new backend developer. And we also prepared a detailed backend documentation for both web and mobile developers. And our plans are we're going to continue debugging issues and optimizing performance issues on the backend. The other one is we're going to implement a feature called last updated by for creating and editing application forms. And we'll continue implementing job filtering by country and city on the web. And I'm going to implement the changes on the opportunities and opportunity detail from the mobile side. And the other one is we're going to implement new job application portal on both web and backend. And as usual, we continue posting and promoting new job opportunities on different social platforms. And if there are any changes, we're going to deploy our latest changes on stores. Yeah, thank you. If you have any question, you're welcome.
Thank you, Naul. I think there are no questions, so we can move to the next part, which is escalate, and it will be presented by Mohammed.
Right. Hello, everyone. How are you? Welcome to your favorite part of the updates, Escalate. So before we start, I want to restate what Emery said earlier. We have a job at Escalate, which is basically AI engineers or AI review coders, technically, but there are people who must have software engineering experience. So we promoted that job through Akil, and also through Telegram, WhatsApp, and through Escalate social media and Akil social media. And we've received 200 plus applicants for this job in 3 days, which is a very big number, right? And thank you. So a big shout out to Akil as well for the support. And before I move on to the next point, I wanted to ask everyone here to promote the job even more. For the first day, we had around 150 applicants. The second day, we had 50, I believe. And the third day, which is today, we have 15. So you can see that the number of applicants is declining because probably the job is getting buried under other updates, right? So if we can reshare this, repost this, everyone can join LinkedIn. I will send the links on the general channel so everyone could please reshare that. Okay, so moving on. Having received exactly 215 applicants to this moment, we created a complete hiring pipeline for the job. Created an assignment, interview questions and their answers, review guidelines for reviewers, and template emails for rejections, offers, and so on. Rejections, invitations to the to the assignment as well, and everything. So we currently have a complete hiring pipeline. After this meeting, we'll be sending emails to our candidates, and we'll start interviewing probably on Sunday. Sunday, yeah. Okay. After that, we've added important validations on our backend throughout the week. We've improved authentication flow in our website. We had some minor issues in authentication. They're currently working properly. So based on that, we started implementing new web designs. We have received our client-side designs, some good portion of it, and we've started implementing those. Additionally, our team wrote unit tests on both web and mobile this week. And finally, our mobile app is now fully responsive, thanks to Adolf. Okay, so those are our wins for the week. For the plans, we will continue our implementation with the new designs. We will do some iOS testing for the mobile app. So far, we've only been testing on Android, so we want to move to iOS. And we want to write some API documentations using Swagger. And for next week, also want to filter out those 200 candidates as they go through the pipeline. We want to interview the ones who passed, and we want to separate them in different batches. So maybe we'll start with 50 approved candidates, then we'll start interviewing again another 50 and so on, up until we're done with the number of candidates. Hopefully by then it will be more than 200. And we want to increase our test coverage on all platforms, having started writing tests on both platforms. So yeah, those are your favorite updates again. If you have any questions, you can let me know. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed, for the updates on Escalate. Next, we have Dime updates, and it will be presented by Miskana.
Hi everyone. What's so funny? All right, so for them this week, my name is Musgana. For people who I think everyone knows me, so I'll continue to. So this week for Dime, we've focused on improving our existing features. So the first one is improved flow between the recipient list and send money screen, and this is implemented on mobile. The other thing is fixed. There was a bug when sender tries to add a recipient on web that has been also fixed. And the other thing is integration from mobile side. Recipient edit and delete APIs were prepared and they have been integrated from mobile side. And next up, we have improved our email notification UI. So every time a user receives an email, they will see a new updated email notification. And the other thing is we wrote unit tests for exchange rates components. So this is mainly done from website. So maybe in the coming weeks, we will do more coverage from backend and mobile side as well. And we've also added an integrated exchange rate loader. So we've added animations throughout the web, uh, most of the pages, so that users have a good user experience, basically. And thanks to social media, we've had the general promo video posted in our social media accounts. So coming to our plans, we're planning to start working on our admin dashboard. Since our web app is almost completed now, we are shifting our focus to our dashboard, and we also plan to expand tests for user info updates and recipient plus any other features that have less test coverage. Yeah, and when it comes to submitting our app to App Store and Play Store, when the time comes, social media team hopefully will help us to prepare this, and so that we can make our final submissions. And the other plan is integrating functionality. So since we will need this functionality to apply for both App Store and Play Store, so we will be working on integrating delete functionality for users' data. And the other thing is demo video. We've had a discussion with social media team, it's I think in progress now, and we will sync in the coming week with them. And finally, we have dime incorporation efforts. Maybe after Tuesday, we will have more information about what we'll do as our next steps. If you guys have any questions, not.
Okay. Thank you, Ms. Ghana, for the updates on Dime. Next, we have Skill Bridge, and it will be presented by Josue.
Okay, thank you. Here are our weekly wins for this week. We managed to stabilize our custom contest and learning path on the backend side, and we also did the UI feedback. We also implemented UI feedback, loading animations, and we managed to write the postman documentation for the update for the custom contest, learning path, and authentications. We also wrote the endpoint documentation, the Swagger one, for custom contests, learning path, and weekly contests. We also did the architecture review and scalability for our custom contest and learning path. We did also the up-to-dates. Oh, we also updated the website focusing on Rwanda and added the FAQ and also about page for the countdown and the localization. And finally, we did also the update of the full scale bridge admin web by detaching from the Prisma and to use the direct backend, because before they were using Prisma and stuff. So the plans for next week, we are planning to integrate and test the custom contests, learning path, and weekly contest, mainly for the mobile and the web. Also planning to do the admin dashboard CRUD for the web. Also working on the admin dashboard speed optimization for the admin web also. Also doing the design and design the finalized pitch deck for probably the launch, and then also work on the first version of the roadmap, and then also continue working on the postman documentation to update for the weekly contest. I guess there's no question, so thank you.
Thank you, Josue, for the updates on Skill Bridge. Do you have questions, Julius? Okay. Next up, we have Pre-Pro, and it will be presented by Salome.
I'm sorry. Hey team, my name is Salome. So for this week's wins, we have successfully integrated the classes page and also the period configuration for our web. And we have also implemented the homepage on the mobile side. The homepage is consisted of different components, including the main calendar. And the next one is we have designed and implemented the landing page. So we last week we have both our domain name. So this week we have implemented our landing page, and also we had the implementation of the profile and settings page is also started. And for the next week, we plan to integrate the task management UI pages with the backend and make the landing page and the waitlist feature live. And also we plan to finalize the started setting and profile pages and also finish license integrations. So anyone in question? Thank you guys.
Okay, thank you, Salome, for the updates on Pre-Pro. Next, we have IMCI, and it will be presented by Afomia.
Okay, hi everyone. So for IMCI team, this week our wins include we implemented the core clinical flows. We have implemented the homepage, child information page, the assessment, classification, and the counseling page. And we have laid the foundation for the scalable state management and navigations. This is from the mobile side, and from the backend side, we have implemented the login features using Facebook authentication. And we had also implemented the Google authentication also, and we centralized all the social login rules into a single helper to ensure consistent user creation. And we have um, added chat to allow unified users to link their accounts via bot. So these are the wins for this week. And the plans we have for the coming week includes we're going to design and implement the patient record UI, and we are going to work on the backend integration with the mobile, and we're going to refine the flows and fix gaps identified during the integration, and we're going to configure the backend to automatically update the database schemas every time the code is pushed. So these are the main areas that we are going to work on for the coming week. So this is it for IM citing. If you have any question, I can answer. If not,
Okay, thank you, Afamia, for the updates on IMCI. Next, we have Hakim Hub, and it will be presented by Astrala.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I will be presenting our wins and plans. So this week we've implemented chat feature for both doctors and patient. We also implemented. No, it's not updated. Yeah.
Astrala?
Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay, so I think it's repeated here. So we have also been working on UX flow enhancement, and it's in good progress. Also, backend notification for the backend is implemented, and the creation of availability for doctors is implemented. So as a plan for the next week, we will be testing each other's work, like mobile teams will test web teams, and web teams will test mobile teams work, and notification integration for both web and mobile, since the backend is already done, and Doctor App UI improvement, UX flow enhancement, and also manual testing report fix. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Astrala, for the updates on Hakim Hub. Next, we have Bazaar, and it will be presented by.
Yeah, okay, thank you. So I'll be presenting Bazaar today. So okay, my name is Lata. This is my first day to present, so it's very good to introduce. Okay, so for our wins, as you guys might been aware, we are redoing the PRD for Bazaar. So we are working on creating business user stories that has been finalized, and also we were reviewing previously designed Figma, and looking for changes and major updates we are trying to do. That's what we are spending our days this past week, and our plan for next week would be finalizing the whole PRD, and making it ready for review, and also reviewing and updating more designs on the Figma. Yeah, that would be our plans. Thank you, guys.
Okay, thank you, Lata, for the updates on Bazaar. So we're concluding our meeting with the conclusive remark and quote of the week from Dr. Andre.
Yes. Okay. So our conclusive remark. Can you pull up the slide? The next slide.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. So the 2 days ago, let's see. No, I'm sorry. Yesterday was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. So we have another quote from him. I know we had one from him a few weeks ago, but because it's his birthday and then Monday is a holiday here in the US for that, I wanted to go back to Dr. Martin Luther King. And his quote about education here, as you can see, it's a little bit longer, but you need all of it to really capture the power of this statement. The function of education, therefore, is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. But education that stops with efficiency may prove the greatest menace to society. The most dangerous criminal may be the man gifted with reason but with no morals. And so my parting words to you are that if we are educated, that is a good thing, and that's what we're all here for. However, we also have to continue to think critically and think very intensely about the education that we have and how we can apply that. If we cannot apply our education, then we will not be efficient and effective leaders. So moving forward, we should remember that these tools are only as good as we use them. We can have all the knowledge in the world, we can read all the books in the world, but how do we apply that knowledge? Applying that knowledge is really critical to our success, because once again, knowledge without use is really powerless. So, in all the things that you learn and all of the things that you continue to grow in, make sure that you apply that in a very effective way. That way, you'll be the leaders that you were born to be, and that we believe you are. So, in honor once again of his birthday and a very great, educated, and smart man, I'll leave you with those words and have a great weekend. Talk to you next time.
Okay, thank you, Andre. Thank you, everyone who's joined in person and remotely. This was it for the weekly beams. Have a good weekend.